Prepare to witness the power of this fully operational podcast.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Hey kid, don't get cocky!
I suddenly remembered my Charlemagne. Let my armies be the rocks and the trees, the birds in the sky.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Come on, let's get nuts.
Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Friggin Nerds Podcast. Guys, we finally friggin made it. It only took us 5 hours or so. And a lot of crying and a lot of tears, a lot of friggin craziness, but we're here. How you guys feeling today?
Feeling all right, man.
Feeling decent.
Fantastic. I'm just glad we got this started.
Got my boys James Finch,
What's going on, everybody?
Han Solo himself, Mr. Matt. I can never say your name right, last name right.
You can call me Solo,
And
man.
then Captain Solo.
I like Solo.
Solo works for me.
Solo's the way to go. First time I met Matt was, every time I meet, like Crystal will have friends. Crystal's a good friend of mine. I'll meet somebody and they'll be like, oh, my friend, you gotta meet him. He's a big Star Wars fan. I'm like, sure, whatever. And I met this kid, full Han Solo getup. I'm like, okay, he likes Star Wars.
Just a little.
I'll hang with him. He seems cool.
Just a smidge.
Yeah, I mean, it might be legit. I don't know. You never know with these people these days. Everybody wants to dress like Han Solo and say that they're, cool and shit.
Revenge of the Sith was my jam. It's my favorite movie.
How do you not like the Phantom Menace?
I'm one of those guys, though. I respect those movies.
You got it.
It's-
Regardless, they're part of the Star Wars universe.
It's writing. That's the only issue. It's like guys like what's his name, Hayden Christensen.
Yes.
He was
That
so
is his
like
name.
nerdy about it, where he was like, he took all of Lucas's advice. Like, yeah, okay, Lucas wants this to happen. That's how it went. Then you guys have guys like who played Obi-Wan. I can never think of his name either.
Ewan McGregor.
McGregor. He would actually like say, I don't know if I want to say this line like this. Obi-Wan would do something more like this, and then make it more himself. I thought he was one of the best in those movies.
He was one of the only things about those movies that made them redeemable.
Agreed.
Like if they're really gonna launch this Obi-Wan movie, they got to put him in it.
They have
clearly,
to. I would
they
think
would
they
have
would
to.
have to.
And I've been reading the comics lately. I think I told you guys before, and they have this really cool one of him. It's leading up to New Hope, and he's on Tatooine. He's in his little hut. He's hanging out, and he's watching Luke, and he's trying not to use the Force. There's a couple of scenes he goes into town. Now, without spoiling it too much, it just really. It would make for a great movie, kind of standalone film where it's a little more gritty, it's a little more intense. Like Rogue One tried to be gritty, and it was kind of like, it felt like a goofy World War II movie or so, or Vietnam movie. You know what I mean?
Agreed. Yeah, it had some grit to it, but it wasn't exactly what I expected.
Definitely, weird stuff. But anyways, guys, if you're listening here, I'm been on social media for the last few weeks trying to launch this out. Basically, we're just 3 dudes that love nerdy crap, man, and we just want to let it out there. We've been posting online for the last few weeks about this. We're gonna start doing more in-depth stuff. We're just we're chilling. We're letting you guys get to know us more today. Like all afternoon, we've been trying to get this plugged in, so it's gonna be a little bit of a short episode. In the future, we're going to start having more topics, more things. We want to hear from you guys. We have email lists set up on our Facebook. If you haven't found us on Facebook yet, find us on Friggin Nerds Media. And we're basically we're going to post on SoundCloud, YouTube, all that good stuff. And that's about it. So we're just going to kind of hang out here, talk to you guys about some stuff, and let us know what your stuff is. I got a little list here. We're not mainly a Star Wars podcast, but we're going to talk some wars today. Now, we had Celebration a few weeks ago. A lot of new stuff coming out. One of the biggest things being the Last Jedi trailer. And I'd like to see your guys' thoughts on that. How you guys feeling about that? flick.
I'm definitely excited to see what's going to happen with that. I mean, there's just so many theories with the whole, gray Jedi theory going on with that, and I just want to see where the director is going to take it. Hopefully, I know you guys are big Force Awakens fans, and I like the Force Awakens too. Like the prequels to me. It's part of the Star Wars universe, no matter what. But I think they could have taken it a different direction and not played it so safe. So I'm very interested to see on how it's gonna go and the direction that who's directing it, by the way? I know he directed Looper.
Yeah, dude did Looper. I can't think of his name.
I love that movie, by the way. It's a great movie.
And you see in the trailer, there's that one scene where Rey's touching the ground and the rocks are coming up. That's totally Looper right there.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I'm like, this is. Now I see why they picked him to direct it. That movie was one of the big things they said. Yeah, let's get him to try it out. JJ did a great job, I thought. And what do you mean by playing it safe? Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens to me was just a new hope with different characters, and it's a droid wandering through the desert. It has a secret plans.
Yeah.
And it was a new hope to me. Death Star, except now you just have
Star Killer Base.
Yeah, Star Killer Base, which is basically just a planet that can destroy multiple planets instead of just one.
Yeah.
So to me, they went a little too safe with it, but I still loved it. I love the characters. Totally. Everyone bashes him, but I love Kylo Ren. I do. Mm-hmm. I like the cross-saber. I like how emotional he is.
Drops a hot topic, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
How about you, Matt? What do you think?
Well, as far as the new movie goes, I don't know, man. I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit more like Empire in that it's a little bit darker and it's got a little bit more of a emotional feel to it. Whereas Force Awakens was, as you said, James, they played it safe. They really did. I feel like they really had to play that safe, though, because, look at the prequels. You really want to play it safe after that. You really just want to make the movie every fan wants to see. But at the same time, I really hope they're going to spread their wings a little bit with this one and kind of find their own shit, What I'd love to see is Luke. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
Everyone wants to see more Luke.
Luke. I need me some Luke. I saw a lot of Han. We got a lot of good Han moments in there. I was really happy with that. And I feel like we need a movie that has that much Luke, if not more. And I'm hoping that's what we're going to get.
For sure. Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be... I do agree with the whole playing safe thing, that they are trying to play it safe. Star Wars is very hard to make, you know what I mean? It's such the fan base, it's very demanding, and it's obviously Lucas's creation, but it was kind of stolen from him. The fans, he makes a mistake, people freak out about it, you know what I mean?
That's true.
The people love the TV shows, Rebels, Clone Wars, all that stuff. But some people will attack you for the craziest things. So yeah, there's a lot of pressure in making a film like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
But from what I saw in the Last Jedi trailer, which I watched several times, mostly in bed,
Oh boy.
it was really intense. I'm getting an Empire kind of feel from it, just from seeing the images of that base being attacked and Poe running to his X-wing and is blowing up. There's that giant, beautiful shot of those. I think they're called skimmers. I looked it up. Kind of grinding down the desert path, and you can kind of see AT-ATs in the distance. Mm. So seeing that, I'm like, that's got to be Act 1 right there. That's probably going to be the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, that'll be the new Hoth.
Yeah, Phasma's going to find, basically, Phasma's going to find the, because I put that together as that scene. You see Phasma for 2 seconds and these flames. That's the same scene, definitely, with that hangar. Mm. So it's definitely going to have that feel for sure. But they do it in a way where it's obviously it's a totally different. You don't see certain things coming. Force Awakens, for those, if you haven't seen a movie, come on, go see it. Han Solo's death, that's something that was just not foreseen at all. You know what I mean? We all had speculations that Kylo Ren's got to be his kid or something, or Luke's kid.
For sure.
And now, of course, everyone's going bananas about it being, Rey being Luke's kid. which is most likely the case.
I'd hope she's an Obi-Wan myself. I'd hope she's a
There was
Kenobi, but that would make more sense.
Apparently,
to
there's
me.
some people saying that might be the case.
Yeah,
a theory.
but let me just say that Star Wars is about the Skywalker family.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that Rey's, like most people probably think, that Rey's a Skywalker because she's a great pilot. Obi-Wan always used to say he's not the greatest pilot throughout the prequels. And she just, I mean, Anakin, Luke's saber called to her. She saw the vision on Weissman.
Yeah.
As soon as she held the saber in her hand.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
I just think
That's
she's
the biggest
a
thing.
Skywalker.
Yeah, the minute that saber touches her hands, and there's a lot of weird kind of nods. I don't know if you guys noticed. There's that one scene in the cantina in Force Awakens. There's too many cantinas, where Finn takes off and Rey goes after her, and then Maz goes to Han, "Who's the girl?" And they cut it.
Yeah.
Han knows everything. Like they land on the planet and. Oh, I've never seen so much green in the universe, all that stuff. And Han kind of gets that weird look.
That face, like, I feel horrible,
man.
that you
Yeah.
I did that to you. Kind of that kind of look. Like, I've done, this is kind of my fault. Like, not my fault, but, like, I should have, watched over you more.
Yeah, it's Uncle Han. He took
Yeah.
off to go smuggle. He's a swindler,
Yeah,
He's
see, that killed me, too. Like, since when is Han Solo a swindler?
It's a weird word.
But why?
It's a weird verb.
And another, I want to see more of Captain Phasma. Like,
Well, I felt like she got totally robbed that last
she
movie.
definitely
She
did.
did.
She definitely did.
I mean, in their defense, they had a lot to squeeze into one movie. They really
Absolutely.
did. But at the same time, I mean, a couple more minutes of her wouldn't have hurt.
Definitely.
At least.
And,
No
or at least some
facial.
action shots, I mean, it's mostly just her walking up to, certain scenes, and then boom, she's captured. And towards the end,
I think
want to
it's
see more of her. Like, her armor has all this carbon scoring on it. Like, she's been in some serious battles, so I want to see some of those battles, man.
I think it's gonna be one of those Boba Fett things where you
Oh,
see
God.
Boba Fett at
Michael
first.
Bay.
I wouldn't say that, but
Full
Boba
style
Fett show.
substance.
We never seen Boba Fett. We saw him a little bit in New Hope. He got put in digitally through that hut scene when you first meet Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, yeah, that scene that gets worse every single time you see
It went
it.
from a big fat Scottish actor, I forgot the guy's name, to the ridiculous CG.
Yeah, it looked like friggin' Windows 97, man.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
I got 97 to give him too much credit.
95, I'm sorry.
But
I don't think there is a Windows 97 now that I think about it. I think it's Windows 95. Regardless, yeah. I mean, now, the one that got in there now in the latest release, it looks like, something that was done for, 2005 when the Revenge of the Sith came out. It still looks terrible. Get it out of the movie. My 2 cents.
I've been looking to find. I had a copy on VHS of the original New Hope, and it was. I remember being a kid and seeing it. But it's sad because I don't remember what it looks like. That's how fucked up it is nowadays. I don't remember. I find YouTube clips all the time of
I have them. I have the original unaltered trilogies that were originally shown in theaters on
Really?
Laserdisc. I have them on my computer. I'm not going to say how I have them. I'm just going to say that I did a little swindling and smuggling of my own.
He's a swindler.
I came about these things through the
Makes
game of
sense,
chance, like a pod racer, perhaps. So, that being said, let me know if you want them.
Yeah,
I
I'll
have the
talk to you after the show.
The original VH trilogy, but it's the gold edition, so I don't know if
Yeah.
anything's been altered.
Yeah, that's
Well, some were very small tweaks, but some were like huge, like that big scene when I first get to Maz Eyes.
Oh god, that's so bad.
Oh my god, this coming in, it's like they took so much out of it. It's like don't get me wrong, some of the filters they use and whatnot, it looks nice, but when you start putting in all these crazy beasts and whatnot that don't add to the story,
Yeah.
it takes away from it. And
And not only that, but you're adding to something, but what you're really doing is just cluttering the picture with shit, and you're destroying what we're actually trying to enjoy.
sure.
It's like if I just smeared, jelly all over the TV screen and then said, "Here, how's that movie look now? It looks better, doesn't it? All that crap on it, doesn't it look good?"
Jammed.
That's George Lucas, jammed.
Yeah, man. I think it's gonna be an interesting year for Star Wars. Next few years, man. You also have the. I guess they canceled the Boba Fett movie too, huh?
Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
I assume they're gonna mix it in somewhere with the Han Solo movie.
I mean,
Yeah,
it'd be
they
nice
got
because
it.
I always assumed they had some history of some kind.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's like Boba Fett.
Exactly.
You know, they-
oh, jeez.
What about
right.
what about these? Has anyone heard any rumors about this Yoda movie they're doing, like an origin?
They were
story?
thinking about it, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I mean, it's kind of a weird character to do because we don't have a lot of information about the guy. Like I don't think I haven't read any comics on
Well,
him.
wouldn't that be like the perfect reason?
Yeah, it's
I
like,
mean-
but then they're gonna like make up some crazy stuff that he was like, you know.
And the fans are going to hate that. You think about it. I mean,
Yes, yeah.
look at what they did with Hannibal Rising. You know, they gave Hannibal Lecter so much of a backstory that he loses his his mystical kind of interest. You know, it's like, oh, okay, that's why he is the way he is. I thought he was more interesting when he just was what he was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. All right.
But-
It makes room for like imagination, man. It's
Exactly.
Definitely want to see the Obi-Wan movie.
I'm telling
would
you,
love to see
that's
that.
gonna
Yeah.
be good.
For
It's,
sure.
the Han Solo one's the only one I'm nervous about.
Yeah, I'm on the fence
I am
definitely
too. I'm
because
definitely on the fence.
they could
I'm scared.
they could go either way with that, man. And I'm already, from what I have seen, what I've read online about just the name itself and his choosing that name, Han Solo. I mean, it just makes me not want to see the movie.
We named the dog Han.
We named the dog.
Some crap like that. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's ridiculous. But I mean, I give anything Star Wars, I give it a chance. You can give me a Jar Jar Binks movie. I'm gonna fucking watch it. You know what I mean?
I would too, and I love Jar Jar mainly because everybody hates him, and that makes me like him a little bit more.
I mean, I love my favorite Lucas quote about him is like, well, if there's no Jar Jar, then we would have Avatar, and it's true, I guess. You know, he was kind of one of the first, like,
Okay,
characters
yeah.
like that. And like the thing with Jar Jar, it's like he's comic relief. You know, there's always that one little like goofy character in like a movie. You know what I mean? That he's meant to annoy everybody. You know, Qui-Gon and all them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you know, to George's point, though, I mean, I didn't like Avatar anyway, so you can just go back in time real quick, get rid of Jar Jar, I'll be happy. I'm not going to complain about no Avatar.
You did so many edits, and you can't edit him out of the movie.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I mean, I don't know. That sounds like a challenge, George. I think you can pull it off, man.
Well, George can't do anything anymore now. He sold his shit off. He cashed in, man. Disney.
That is true.
And it's like,
kind of love what Disney's doing with Star Wars. I'm not
you
gonna
do
lie.
ya? I mean, I do like it.
There would be no Force Awakens. There would be no Rogue
it would
One.
it would be a different movie, you know. It would, if George did it, because he did. He had ideas to do those kind of like those movies. He planned on making those movies, but I felt like he just kind of didn't want to do it anymore. And then, who can blame him? You know, he's done it for so long,
Sure.
passed the torch. You know, like I said, I think Disney's doing an okay job. Like, it's not terrible. It's not flawless, but it's some good films. You know, Rogue One had its issues. You know, I've made a point to a lot of people who know me that it was a decent movie, but I just didn't, the characters did not seem like recognize. Do you remember all the characters' names?
No, they're
Rogue
not
One?
memorable.
They're not
K2.
memorable at all. K2 and
K2, Jin,
Jin, of
and
course.
and that big black guy, Vader.
Vader. Yeah.
That guy was cool.
Yeah.
He-Man, of course.
Yeah, and so like, you know, it's just those side stories, you know, those are more work to work on. You know, you're really like just you're creating a lot more. Force Awakens, stuff like that. You have stuff to kind of build on already.
Agreed.
So I mean, we're gonna see where it goes. It's gonna be a good year, I think. We're liking it. What we got for time here?
Yeah.
What's 6?
We've been on for
6:20.
20. Yeah.
20 minutes. I think we're gonna start cutting it here because now, might as well. We're gonna start posting a little more. You guys thinking about weekends here, Fridays, maybe Saturdays. We're gonna post this. When you're listening to this, it's probably gonna be Saturday or Sunday. Also, we're doing. Let me have my notes here. I want to start doing a new thing now, a segment. I think I mentioned on Facebook on our page. Posting some, taking some local artists from the area. If you guys are doing music in the area, I want to take some like local bands, email your songs to us, and we want to post them at the end of the show. Tonight we'll do some acapella stuff for you or something. We don't know what we're gonna do for you tonight. So yeah, we want you guys to stay tuned. We appreciate you guys listening to us for about 20 minutes. It's a really quick episode, but we have lives tonight. We have to get out there, so we want to at least get some media on there. Do you want to say something, James?
Yeah, I wanted to mention one thing. We were talking about Rogue One, and what is up with the like armor that I've never seen before when they were in Scarif?
Which one? The
like Vietnam-looking armor.
Yeah, that was the point I made before, and like it felt like a Vietnam. It felt like a Vietnam movie. That's why I was it was goofy to me, and like, they wanted to make it. I don't know what they were going for. You know what I mean? They just try to like we have all these Death Troopers and all this. We never see them anywhere else.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know if they were canon at one point, but it's just a weird little throwback there, I guess, for them. Whatever.
And Forrest Whitaker absolutely killed it.
James is the biggest Forrest Whitaker fan
of Rogue One. I just think that he's like, you got all these actors that you've never seen before, and then you put an A-list actor in like Forrest Whitaker, and he just outacts everybody.
He's in an episode of Rebels,
Is
his
he really?
character. Yeah, and he's voiced by Forrest Whitaker. So you can cream your pants now, or you can wait till you get home and watch it. But
I just did it, man.
just letting you know now, buddy.
Mr. Solo himself.
Yeah.
I gotta go use your bathroom. I gotta clean it.
Help yourself, man. Just clean it up when you're done. All right. Don't name it after me, too.
Is he a younger version of his character?
Well, the show takes place like 5 years before A New Hope and Rogue One, so yeah. He'll be a little bit younger, I guess.
Oh, for sure.
He might have one of his feet still. I don't know.
But we're also gonna do. We're gonna talk a lot about video games.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Netflix,
Yeah, we're gonna.
Marvel series, Marvel movies.
That was the one complaint from a couple of my friends was like, Mario, another fucking podcast talking about Star Wars and nerdy stuff. We got enough of those. I'm like, man, we're gonna make it a little more fresh, and if not, fuck you. You know what I mean?
We can throw some beer in there. I mean, I know a whole
I mean,
bunch of that.
yeah, no, like it's Rhode Island. There's not a lot of big. I have a couple buddies that have some podcasts out there, and they do a phenomenal job, And like, I'm gonna be doing a lot of the same stuff, but I want to bring some, like I said, music. I want to. You guys know me. I love music. I'm in 4 fucking bands. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. You're a busy man.
And
Indeed.
so, and trying to do this too. So, like, why not add more shit to my life?
Exactly. I mean, with like anything else, other people can do it and they bring their own perspective, and when you do it, you're going to bring your own perspective and bring everything to the table that is important to you.
Everybody
You know what I
has
mean?
different personalities, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that being said, man, like I said, we're gonna start doing some more stuff. Keep a lookout on our Facebook for some more new stuff there. Accepting emails, like I said, send in your songs, man. I want to hear your music. We'll broadcast it out there for you. We're gonna maybe do some interviews. Talk to some people. Like email me that if you guys have stuff to promote. We'll bring it down to the Matt Cave and we'll fucking interview you. I'll take you down to my bathroom for Christ's sakes. I don't care. I'll interview you and we'll, make this a really cool.
It's a trap.
It's always put that lotion away. Big things are gonna happen, man. This is episode 1. We appreciate you guys listening to us. Bigger things coming out. So, any final words from you guys? No.
I just every time we do one of these, I'm gonna bring a new beer for us all the time. We're all gonna give our final thoughts on it at the end of the day.
Tonight we had Owl Brew Radler. What is that?
Radler, short and stout.
Chocolate beer.
It's a stout.
Beer and tea, apparently. It's got some tea in it, too.
There's
Chai
tea.
tea.
Oh, tea in there.
Yeah, there's chai in it, but there's like there's too much going on. There's like pineapple juice, coconut water, agave nectar. Like
It's a busy brew, man.
it is. There's too much, man. What's a coconut? What's a cocoa nib?
Cocoa nip.
Nib.
Nib.
Not nib. Where's your mind at?
I don't know, man. I'm all about the nips. I
But
don't know
it
anything
was-
about no
it was-
nibs, though.
It was okay, but I mean,
It was a little sweet, a little
it's too
chocolatey.
much.
I feel like I have diabetes now.
Yeah.
It's just like a small can, but I felt like it's a lot of sugar. But I mean, it's not bad. Maybe next time we'll
Yeah,
bring
we're going with something else.
bring some stouts next time.
Yeah,
a couple of stouts.
Some good stouts.
All right, guys. So That being said, thank you guys for joining us in episode 1. We'll do a longer episode next time. We're just trying to get shit set up, man. We almost blew up Matt's basement putting this thing together. So
Damn near, man. I told you she'd hold together.
I made a couple modifications myself. But all right, guys, signing out. I've been Mario Lima with James Finch and Matt
Thank you,
Solo.
everyone. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for hanging out with
All
us.
the supporters too, all the shares. I love it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man, share the page, man. We need to share that page some more, you know. A lot of guys been sharing. I appreciate all the people that have been sharing it so far. We went up to like what? I went from like 30 likes to like 80 overnight.
Yeah.
And it's been looking great so far. So definitely keep it up. Keep friggin' nerdy media in your mind and share it around. Signing off is Mario Lima. Stay friggin' nerdy, my friends. Cheers.